Most of the times when I come here, I generally get first or the second time. So anyway, I'll start it anyway. So I heard a lot of stories tonight, and I was intrigued by some of the stories that were told. So I thought, okay, what am I going to cook up tonight? So I'll do it at random right now. The stories I thought I'll be speaking about kind of washed away after hearing everybody else. So here it comes. So while I was growing up, I was a very shy kid, and today is about shining up. Not shy anymore, but I was a shy kid. And I would never stand up, so people would come and push me around. Like kids can be pretty mean. Like they see a shy kid or something, they'll come and push the shoulder, drag the person, give me names and things like that. And that happened with me, which I didn't care anyway because I was kind of keeping to myself and things like that. While I started growing up, that considerably changed, and people noticed this because I used to be very, very argumentative, and I would argue on everything, and I'll debate and logic. So people started thinking that I should be a lawyer, and litigation lawyer, trial lawyer, because I'll argue on anything and everything. And I'll speak with such a confidence that people will think that, well, this guy really knows it, even though I don't. So that's the ability I picked up, which really works very well in interviews, especially when you're going for top level, high level, high tech jobs. It works really well there because people think this guy really knows what he's talking about, only to know later, well, okay. So this is what really helped me, and so I got a chance. So I never stood up for myself, but I'll use this opportunity to talk about so one of the past persons did mention that there will be people who will stand up for you, and I stood up for many other people. So the first person I stood up was for my younger brother. So we were playing a game of hide and seek. So we have a difference of like 5 years, but we were very close friends. So we had a common set of friends, and we were playing a game of hide and seek. So people were going in all these apartment buildings, hiding behind the bushes, trees, etc. And as you know, in a group of people, there would be some people who are followers, some are leaders, some are bullies, some are not. So there was this fat dude, a really fat dude, and this guy used to have a very short temper and would lose his temper again and again. I was the oldest in the kids, and but I was pretty reasonable, mild, and things like that. And what happens is that this guy actually was trying to find my brother, and he actually finds my brother, and my brother doesn't walk out. So the deal is that if they say, "Oh, I found you," you have to come out and show yourself up. So my brother was acting smart, so he kept on sitting there, and he wouldn't come out. And in our neighborhood, there was so the electricity went off at that time, so you couldn't figure out what was going on. So this guy, this fat dude, got really mad, and as soon as my brother walked out, he punched him in the face, and my brother fell down, and it happened in front of my eyes. I mean, I couldn't tolerate somebody punching my own brother in front of me. I just knocked him out there. It jumped onto him and punched him so hard he had I was not that strong at that time, but I don't know what happened to me. I completely lost my mind. I jumped on him and I kept on beating him. He had asthma problem as well, so I thought maybe he's choking to death. What did I do? So I made him stood up, and he was not just, "Go away from me, don't touch me." I said, "No, come, I'll take you to your home," or things like that. I don't want to. But I said, "No, you shouldn't have done this. You just pushed me hard." He said, "No, I did it to him." I said, "Doesn't matter. He's my brother. You cannot touch him. You even see him, I'll just take out your eyes." That's how mad you made me. That got really freaked out. The worst part is their parents and my parents were friends, and they were our bankers actually. My father used to run a business, and he had a bank account in the bank where she was a cashier. Her mother was a cashier, and now she walks up to, and we used to have this relationship wherein they will invite us for dinner, we'll invite them for dinner, and we'll keep coming. And they used to cook very well, so I used to eat a lot of food when I used to go to their home. And now his mother comes down and says, "Hey, the slap, your hand is still imprinted on his face. Like, what did you really do?" I know he might have put some, some kind of a mask or something. It's not mine. She said, "No, I can even see the, lines of your fingers printed on his face." I said, "No, I didn't slap him. I was just punching him. How could it be a slap?" She said, "Okay, you were punching him also. His tooth is also." I said, "No, maybe he has bad teeth. He eats a lot of chocolate. It's not because of me." And so this was one time. So I really got mad. And most recently, what happened? So I generally I'm a very open person. I go and talk to people. I mix up very well with people. But I don't form very strong relationships with people. The reason being is that I have been kind of gone through certain stages earlier in my life wherein it's very hard for me to depend on people. So I like to be independent and generally don't expect anything from anyone. That really works very well for me, because even if people behave in a fashion which I don't expect them to behave, it doesn't hurt me a lot. I just cut them off there. It's like, okay, no need to talk to this person ever. So when I moved to Seattle, a lot of people got interested in me. I do multiple things, dancing, singing, etc. And so a lot of people get attracted to me. Like I do speaking as well as in my work. And I'm pretty extrovert in whatever I do. So a couple of people started becoming my friends. I used to put up a volleyball net here in Capitol Hill, Cal Anderson Park. So people started knowing me and meeting me and talking to me. So soon, some people started becoming friends. They started coming to my place, hanging out together. By the way, I cook very well vegetarian food as well. So I used to call them to my place, have food with me, etc. I don't drink though. So that's what I used to call them, to come to my house, have food with me and things like that. And slowly, certain people start befriending you, and then certain people have reasons for the reasons. So I speak very well. I do a lot of talks on technical areas, high-tech area. I'll not talk about it here. Do those. So many people are familiar with me, and I am in an ability to refer people to get jobs in high-tech companies, etc. So a lot of people started befriending me because of those reasons. I don't befriend people because I think I can extract something from them. I just befriend people for that, okay, we are just having a good time and that should be it. But sooner or later, what I found very recently was there was this person who befriended me and we started having a good time. He would come to my place, I would go to his place. And soon I realized that I'll attract a lot of girls, especially when I go to dance floors, etc. He was not able to attract it, and he started using me to get befriended by those girls because I was able to attract them. And soon I started figuring out that he's using me as a prop to get towards the other girls, which I do not believe personally should be the case. So several times it happened that whenever his advances were seen by those girls as inappropriate, he will get really mad because his trick would come in front, and I will feel very ashamed that I'm hanging out with this guy who's trying to do these kind of things, and because I will be also seen as in the same boat as him when I'm not even trying to do that. So I'll kind of take him out and say, hey, why do you do these things? If things have to work out, they'll work out. It just has to be natural. It shouldn't be like you shouldn't have to work for it. If you're working for it, you're already putting a mask. And he will say, yeah, today I drank a lot of coffee, maybe because coffee is the thing that is causing this thing and happen. So I kind of kept on ignoring it and all those things. Maybe it is coffee. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. So I said, leave coffee. So if it is not working for you. And he did this to multiple, so I went to multiple meetups, etc. And I saw this pattern of events where he will, when he doesn't get the things his way, he'll really get mad and talk in a very awkward fashion, even demeaning, belittling other people, most of the time women. And I kind of found it very, very offending because not that I kind of personally like those girls. It just, I felt very embarrassed that somebody treats other person in front of me like that. And he'll pull me into, Arpit, what do you think? I don't know what should I say. I don't know you, I don't know him. So I cannot say what do you think. And most recently, same thing happened with me. This guy lost his temper for no reason, none of his business, and he started shouting at me. And I generally am a very tough guy. Nobody shouts at me because I have the ability to punch back and I start fighting if people do that to me. This time, I kept my things in my hand, kept my cool. Okay, this is America. This is not. I'll not go scot-free if he hit the person. So keep my cool here. So I pushed back and shouted back at him, used swear words which I never use in my communication to him, and cut him right away there. He called me next day saying sorry. I said, dude, it's over. Thanks. Don't try to call me or I'll have a restraining order against you. I'm that strict. Done. So that's my standing up. Thanks.